Welcome to my nightmare. I meant, hey, I got a toy. I got an action figure. And this one is from the Four Horsemen. Finally got my Headless Horseman figure. We are going out as this thing is freaking huge. So here we've got the Headless Horseman. It's got a whole bunch of stuff here if you want to read that. There. Spoopy. He's got a cool background. Really like this. This is nice. Horse and all. You can kind of see what's in there, but the Four Horsemen design. The Four Horsemen design. Pretty cool. And then on the bottom there's copyright, yada, yada, yada. 2023, Four Horsemen. Blah, 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 blah. I did not have the money to purchase this item. But I had put a pretty hefty deposit down on it. So, guess I had to get it. I only have one other Four Horsemen thing, and it is the Demistros, which is, I don't know where that thing is. It's pretty far back, I believe. Yeah, it's in the back of my skull area. So I'm not going to be pulling that out for any sort of thing. If I had like a bunch of them, sure, I'd do that. But here he is. Here's the Four Horsemen. The box is a little worse for wear, even though, I mean, it was shipped from that. But this is where it gets weird. So instead of having a normal slip cover, it actually is like a background in itself. So that flies out. There's the aforementioned horseless headman. This is the second version. The first version I passed on because I was like, this is too much money. And then I saw everybody getting it, and I was like, why does everyone have to get this stuff and then I want it? So then like a month later, if that, a month later, it was like, oh, shoot, they got another one coming out. But it wasn't the original, so I was like, ah. And then I saw it, and it was even better. So, yeah. Let's see what this guy's got. Here's his neat little background. So that's pretty cool. Was not expecting that. That's probably gonna, probably not keeping the box for this, but that is getting kept. I do appreciate Four Horsemen. If I had a choice, I would choose to partner with them to make my toy line, but I don't really have any connections like that. So here's the background of this, which this is also cool. So I might be using both of these backgrounds for displays in the future. One pull-out piece here does give us this, so let's pop that down, our silica gel packet back in here. This is my first horse as well. I do have my kitty cat here from the Dungeons and Dragons Guinevere with the Dritz. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've noticed with these two is this is like starting to crack and break. That's why I'm not really caring about saving too much. There's this extra head, which this is what makes it amazing. I do not have the original one. This is part of the reason why I was really glad to see this one. Got another piece here. Tons of extra hands that are all falling everywhere that they can. Well, good. Went to go pull this out. And it makes some noise. And I'll say this. since I'm not planning on keeping any of these boxes, I don't mind that they're using cheaper plastic for the actual, excuse you, a horse head here, pretty cool. I don't mind that they're using the cheaper plastic for packaging, because there's people who are going to keep it in the package and they're never going to have a problem with it. But I don't like paying more for an action figure for plastic, if that makes any sense. This horse is in here. I've kind of toiled whether I wanted to do reviews with or without the packaging. And what I've kind of seen is that the ones where I actually do the packaging, I get more views on, because I'm not doing any fancy edits or anything like that. And the people, my people, want to see how you unbox these things so you don't A, break them, and B, to see what kind of torture you have to go through. I think they might like watching me go through pain here trying to get these things out. Because in all actuality, there's not a lot there. Not a lot to go through these, but man, that was terrible. Here's a horse. He's much bigger than that cat. So I think these are they're 7-inch scale, maybe a little bigger. I do have a couple of scare glows, so I got a little shelf that I can kind of build with these. But just to keep it in perspective, here's a McFarlane. So he's a little bit taller. And then here's a G.I. Joe. He's a big G.I. Joe. I want a normal size G.I. Joe guy. Well, here's my custom. So he's a little bit bigger than 6-inch, but a little bit shorter than a McFarlane 7-inch. So I don't know, 6.5-inch maybe scale. I'm not too firm with that. We do have your waist swivel here. And then this pumpkin head is on a ball joint that is underneath that. But he's the Headless Horseman. And then this I think was supposed to go further down. Maybe not. But he does have his little meat thing here. I believe that's his throat. So that goes forward. As lovely as that is, there is his, there's that. I don't know the ins and outs of their decades of stuff, but this feels like it's an older styled, because I feel like they have double ball joints now. Maybe they don't. Demistros or whatever was an older one that they just kind of mixed some stuff together. It's got a fabric waist piece, which this is one of those things that I just love, because Gesundheit, what's this cat doing? We have a slight waist swivel, just like the McFarlane figures. Some people love them, some people hate them. I prefer actually having thigh cuts, because I'd rather be able to do the full amount of motion. But whatever. Do you have a swap, or do you have a waist, ankle pivot and rocker here? No boot cut. Well, yeah, I guess that kind of is a boot cut. It's at the knee. It's a knee boot. Four Horsemen's been doing a lot of neat stuff, and I really like what they're pulling out. So we do have some swappable hands. You do have this, which is for holding, I would assume, his sword. But we're going to put his sword in this hand for now. There you go. There's his sword hand. Let's zoom in. It's slightly smaller. A lot of detail. We do have the dots on here are purple, but they're like a metallic purple. I very much appreciate their attention to detail when it comes to a lot of these things. You got dots all over the place. This is probably the same color as that. So there aren't a lot of paint apps on here, but the paint apps that you need are there, if that makes any sense. And And then you hit this. I don't know what this would be holding. He comes with like a big grasping hand. Maybe that's for the reins of the thing. But because I don't think he has any other weapons. Ugh. Possibly to hold another weapon. There. Cool. These are kind of scary. I probably should have heated that up before I just started ripping at it. Don't need to put that one in. But the interesting one is that he does come with... this, which allows you to put either this head on there or this one. And this is where I am going to heat this up. You can take these guys out, as well as pop that out. But it doesn't go into the other one, so I don't know why they even pop out. I plan on doing some light stuff with this, so hopefully I can get that working. Heat gun. I'm a heat gun guy. I'm not a boiling guy. I don't like putting action figures in water because I feel like I'm going to be the guy who gets like black mold on them. So we're going to heat this up. There we go. I'll heat up his arm too because I feel like that's necessary anymore. So this hand, we're just going to pop you. Come on. So I'll squeeze this while it's doing that. I actually had to wait like an hour to even do this video. Bubba, you okay? Jeez. I think the cat's allergic to me and I'm allergic to the cat, so let's call the whole thing off. This is one of my problems with the 4 Horsemen figures in general is that I feel like they all have to get heated up. We got 2 for 2. That Demetrius wasn't bad, actually. This one seems to be a little more finicky, and I don't feel like breaking it because it's expensive. There. A little bit of paint schmutz on here. Hopefully I can get rid of that without too much problems. Okay. Can hear that. Let's pop this back on. And then it fell immediately back out. So that's cool. Cool. There. So this has to be tightly in here, which is a little more tight than I prefer that to be. Giggity. These have specific holes that they go in. Giggity. I like the way you work it. No giggity. You know what? Wasn't this guy supposed to have, like, stuff for the horse feet, too? Am I missing, like, a box? What am I missing here? Let's take a look there. Okay, that's a little better. So, yeah, then you can hold him and have him... Mwahaha! Hey, how about I do that on the camera? Mwahaha! So let's see if I'm missing something, because I could have swore he had stuff for his horse feet. Oh, I'm not seeing anything in here. Nothing in this box. I do feel like there's not enough stuff coming with this guy. Yeah, he comes with a big old horse, but this, maybe I was thinking of another character. I'll look that up too. How about that? So anyway, here's his head, where well, where his head would go. Pretty fun. I have not picked up any of the other figure Obscuras. I don't think I will. Let's see how the horse is now. So we got two hands there. There's his head that you can put on there. So you can technically have him be both. I don't know if I'm going to ever do that. Oh, you know, so I forgot was the cape here. So this is, I don't think we're using this for anything. But this cape can go over this. Come on, baby. Scared me there for a second. That's a big cape. That's a big boy cape. This guy's got a big old cape. I'll zoom this back out so we can look at this. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Unless the horse is the Headless Horseman. Yeah, that's getting annoying. There. Get this thing out of here. And this is the first horse that I've ever collected too, so popping my horse cherry here. This is a Mythic Legions horse. Pretty much got the tail, got the butt, got all this that can move out and in. Sink. Yeah, there. He did not come with a stand, which I think is something that they should be including. McFarlane included a stand with that seahorse, and that made the total difference in that figure being good or bad. So there is quite a bit of articulation. I was not expecting this. So you do have twists and turns here. So he can do some posing. I mean, that's of course not going to stand up on its own, but it's available to do it. This is where I think theirs was not really something I wanted, because you can't really spread these apart. And you can kind of do that. I wasn't looking for like a ton of articulation, but a little bit more there would be appreciated. Odunga dunga dunga. Is there a way I can? No, that just switches. Nope, that doesn't do it. Boop. Nope. That's a pro feature to move my where my head is. So we'll just do it this way. Stirrups kind of move around. This whole thing is kind of loose, and then we do also have the reins here. Head does have articulation up or down, I believe. It's pretty cool. His mouth is open and creepy. I do plan on getting some of the Naughty But Nice collection figures. I just took his hair off. Let's put his spoopy hair on. Because they have some really nutty looking like reindeer and demon reindeer and stuff. And I got to get some of that. At least a couple of them. I don't need them all, but I do want that demon one. So I gotta make sure to pre-order that, because I missed out on the Camouflage Santa, and now they've got a new version, and I don't like it as much. So I actually like a blue camo Santa, but this is not fitting on here very well. Let's make sure we don't have anything funny going on. Yeah, something funny is going on here. So here he is without his hair. Looks like we're heating this up. I typically do about 10 seconds on, 5 seconds off, another 10 seconds on. And the reason for that is so that the plastic you don't want to get too hot doesn't get too hot. But the plastic that you're pointing at, or the place where you're pointing it directly, does get hot enough. So that went in there pretty good. This one did not. So I am having nothing but problems with this hair. So I'm going to hold one section in while I push the other section down. Nothing. I would rather this have been the initial what came with it on, because I probably never would have put that other hair on. And now I'm going to have to put that other hair on and hope that it fits. So that's fun. Because this is not, it's not going in. It's everything that can be stopping me is stopping me from putting this on. So if you look, let's just take this up here. This is what's getting in the way down at the bottom. Put this up and this up. This has to tab into there. But then when I go to do it, it only goes into one at a time. So the bottom's lined up. Top one. Let's try shaking it like this. Yeah, nothing. This bottom one seems like it's malformed or something, which is super awesome. So I'm going to use my patented tweezer tweaker here. See if I can get this to go in there a little better. I'm doing this for you guys, so you don't have to do this yourself and try to figure this crap out. Let's push that forward. Still nothing. Try it again. This time I put it on high, which I don't like doing because it melts the plastic. But hopefully with that I can push this together like this. So you see I made this one longer. I kind of knew that this was going to be the thing with this figure, is that I was going to have to do a lot of finagling, but I was not expecting this so soon. Perfect. Now, I just get to hold it until it cools off, and hopefully that'll work. In the meantime, looks like I got a good grasp of this. Take a look at this head some more. pretty good basic head. I could probably put that flaming head on top of him too, but there's no reason for that because he only has one weapon really. Here's the open, which I want to say is for like a goblet or something, and then here's his fisted hand. I am gonna have to look because there's no like contents comes with this, so he does come with this piece, which is just a basic fold over part for the hair. But I could have swore this was supposed to have blast effects. Effect parts, and I'm using the phone that I would normally look it up with, so I'm gonna have to get my tablet out and see if that might be the case, because if not, then I'm missing parts, and this was factory sealed. So there, looks like the horse is back to its normal domain right there. So let's take a look while that cools down. See, okay. Love how my stupid iPad keeps trying to get me to do Apple Pay. I don't want that. Big bad toy store. We're gonna see. Headless Headman. Hordes. 4 Horsemen. Spectral green. It's still in stock. $139. I think I put a $25 deposit on it. No. There's no no effect parts for the feet. They're just way more bright in the photos. You can see right there, they're just brighter than that. So that's where I got that, and that's fine. That's as long as it's there. As long as I see that it is not an included item. Should it have been an included item? I don't know. So let's talk about this. What I'd like to see from 4 Horsemen, I'd like to see the crawl horse with that, you know, the flaming things. I know they've got a couple other horses that they're doing for things. I would also like to see that stupid moose come back up because I kind of want that moose. Give me that moose, guys. Looks like that squeezing kind of did work for this hair. So hopefully that is it. That is all I had to do for that. The hair is kind of perplexingly stuck. So this part here keeps getting stuck on that hair. There we go. Move this over. And that just popped the hair right back out. But at least it goes back in. So it was just like, I don't know if it was malformed or what was wrong with that. Something was up. There we go. Let's try getting this man of Horseman up here. Does he have a place to put this sword? That's a negative. I do feel like that if you had other Horseman figures, other 4 Horseman figures, not Headless, that you'd have more like extra parts that you'd be able to like kind of store it with. I feel like this one is lacking in the accessory department for how much it costs. I guess that's fine, but I do feel like they should have included at least a pointing hand. Would have been nice so that I can have him point at Ichabod Crane. Are we getting an Ichabod Crane? I don't think we're going to get an Ichabod Crane, guys. They did do a Jacob Marley recently, which kind of tickled my fancy, but not 100% to where I'm actually going to go out and get him. Let's put these here, here. And there's no wire in this cape, so it just kind of flops down. That's going to get fixed on my end because I will wire capes. So not having a place to put this is a little weird. I'm just going to say that. The horse, a little bit limited in its articulation, so I'm going to have to check out. But I've heard that their horse and McFarlane's horse are both kind of the same. They just have their own different little faults. I'll have to see if anyone has a place to put this too. And then let's put this in his hands here for the reins. A little bit weird and wonky there. There we go. I'm going to pop this off of this thing for a second, and we'll take a look. It looks pretty dope. So the figure, kind of huge. Not really what I was expecting. I thought this was going to be, I'm not saying I wanted a smaller one, but the background barely covers him. So as soon as I saw the background, I'm like, oh, okay, he's going to sit a little low profile. The fact that I can't get the horse to crunch down anymore is a little annoying. I'm going to have to work with that over time. And he is limited accessories is a little bummer too. I do like the accessories that I get from this, but I feel like there could have been more, especially a place to put this sword. What are you going to do? All in all, still worth the bucks for being my first horse. If this was my 7th horse, I'd probably be like, all right, guys, let's dial this back a little bit here. I do have the skull horse, which I believe is one of the who's the 4 horsemen of death. I believe that was his horse. I have that Necronominus or something like that. I do have him pre-ordered, but I don't think I'm going to get too much more 4 horsemen stuff yet. Cosmic Legions is like right on the cusp of how I want those kind of figures to look. I love everything about them. I don't need them, and that's really where the differentiator is I don't need those figures. I think they're cool. I think they're great. I don't need them. What I do need is some more of these Figura Obscura characters. So I don't think I'm going to get the Father Christmas. I like the naughty but nice method that they're doing, so I might go that route. But that's it. I do have my Foosh skeleton skulls all over the place, so maybe I'll put some of those down there. These things are literally littering my area here. They do have those back up for sale, I guess, on their website. The PowerCon exclusive ones. Since PowerCon is not coming in 2024, which is a big bummer. I was trying to get them to bring it to Cleveland because I figured 2 hours isn't too bad of a difference, but whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Hope you enjoyed this. Was this a review? It was almost more like a journey into what we can do with these figures. I'm going to do a video probably soon. Let me see if I can find my stuff. So I just found it. This stuff right here is amazing. And I found some thicker stuff at a store, but this is perfect for making these capes actually have, pliability to them. So I'm going to probably do this one of these days. My problem with Hasbro's is that they make theirs way too tight. Hopefully 4 Horsemen is not. So I'm going to do a tutorial on that soon. And I'm going to see what else I could do. Demistros is pretty cool. This guy is amongst the same. There's just something missing. I really like the Masterverse figures. I really like McFarlane figures. And these ones, I think what's missing is the double jointed elbows and knees. And that's kind of sad because they're really not that great on those other 2 figure lines. But that might be what gets me. And the horse needs a little bit more articulation. But all in all, good figure. I really like the paint apps. I really like a lot of the internals of the figure. It's just, there's a couple things that just kind of feel like they were thrown together, and this cape is one of them. Like, the cape is huge, first off, but it doesn't, like, if he's the Headless Horseman, I need this thing to be doing some crazy stuff like that, and it doesn't. It's just a flop cape. Critiques, let's just give this a score. I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10. Mainly because for the price that he was, I feel like there's just a couple things missing. One of which is a wired cape. Two is the ability to store this. If I find out that there is a place to store this on him that isn't just like slide it between a belt, that'll go up to an 8 easy. And if this horse was just a little bit better, I know this is a reused horse. I'm not even going to mark him for this because that's just happens sometimes. That's not even a thing. I've done it with so many. I got a Bucky O'Hare figure where I couldn't even get the cape in the back, and I had to like smash it and do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, but for an overall figure, I think 7. Let's do 7.5 just to be nice on that end, because these are actually freaking awesome. This backdrops are sweet, so I'm probably going to use those for a couple things. So let's give it 7.5. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments, because I will fight you. No, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.